Video number 8. So if you're starting here, definitely go back and find video number 1. It's going to be much easier to understand the whole thing starting from the beginning. And where I left off in the previous video was with regard to one really good example of why all of this makes a difference and gives you almost an unfair advantage in managing your reputation, because when you get, or if you're in the scenario where there's a search result that features either a bad review or just it's something that's like when you kind of in your mind's eye, when you visualize the Google search result and somebody searches for, we'll say it's automotive repair shop near me, and one of the search results that comes up is about, never go to this automotive repair shop, they ripped me off, or whatever ugliness it is that shows up in the search results. The more powerful your business's website is, the more easily it will you will be able to add other pages that deal with a similar topic, so that you can do what we call search result page takeover, or domination is one of the phrases that's used. And what that means is that you or you just pay somebody to create additional pages on your website. And since you have a powerful website, that Google will begin to show those pages toward the top of Google. So it'll effectively push down whatever that ugliness is. Because again, like we had at the very beginning, that you do not have the power to cause some other person's website to be removed from the internet, unless again it's hate language, any really ugly stuff that Google will say that's either illegal or against its terms of service. It's really hard to have a web page literally removed from the internet. So as a website owner, it's in your best interest to have a powerful domain with lots of backlinks, just like we talked about in the previous video, because it enables you to push down, if you can kind of visualize, like if the whatever you don't like is result number 2 in the search, you do this tactic to get your pages on top, and it just pushes down the ugliness. That's one way to go about it. All right, so let's move on to why should you care? And I think it's been kind of obvious, as we've talked through this. Yet let's hit it just one more time. Like this says, only 3% of people don't use social media. And when they say people, these are people that use the internet. So granted, they're people like my dad. My dad literally has no computer. He doesn't have a smartphone or anything like that. So my dad is a person. It's just that he doesn't want anything to do with any of that. So again, literally no smartphone, no computer, doesn't have any interest in it whatsoever. But, when we talk about people that are on the internet, only 3% of them don't use social media. So that means they're either on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, or, the list goes on and on and on and on. And the reason that makes a difference to you is that people do, not only do they leave comments, but those comments take the forms of reviews. So it's either, a good thing about your business or a bad thing about your business. So that's why you should care about reputation management, because whether you choose to embrace it or not, that just a huge proportion, nearly everyone who's on the internet is on some type of social media property. And that means if they have a great experience, they'll talk it up on social media, and if they have a rotten experience, they will also talk that up on social media. And this is a healthcare example, so it may not. You may feel that it doesn't apply to you. So if you own, a restaurant or a hair salon or this type of thing, this may seem too far off. Yet the concept is still accurate. So what this is, and you can pause the video here to read this. Yet what this is saying is that, among healthcare information seekers, 16% in the past year tried to find others who might share the same health concerns. So even though that sounds like a small number, that again, it's in healthcare, yet there are people out there who are actively seeking information. So again, you can pause this and read through the whole thing. The punchline of it is, just like it says here, 41% said social media would affect their choice of specific doctor, hospital, or medical facility. And so and you can see here that all of the numbers are in a similar range. Like, what are patients sharing? Percent of respondents likely or very likely to share positive or negative experiences. So 44% said that they would, 40% said they would, post a negative review about care received at hospital or medical facility, and actually about a specific doctor, nurse, or healthcare provider. Like, recently, I posted a positive review of my dentist because he and his team really are amazing. So I'm an example of, that they do such a stellar job that I posted, a 5-star review for them, because that, in my mind, people should become aware of businesses, like our dentist, that truly does an amazing job. So one more time, that the punchline for you is that the business owner is that 41% of people say that social media would indeed affect their choice of a specific doctor, hospital, or medical facility. And I'm saying to you that even though this is about medical, it's a truism. Like, it's true whether we're talking about electricians or automotive repair, restaurants, theater, whatever. All of this applies. All right, coming up on the 7-minute mark, I'll be right back.